Morning everyone, Mr. Rayson again. Second week of our PE, and I want you to continue each time you see my videos or you start your workout to make sure you've done your 2 or 3 minutes of jogging, either around your backyard, in the house, in the basement. If you can't do that, you can do your jumping jacks, you can jog on the spot, you can run around in circles, you can run backwards and forwards, you can run side to side. Use your imagination, think about what you can do. This next 3 workouts are going to be based on balance and flexibility. So what we're doing at school this week is working basically on 1 foot, standing on 1 foot, standing on 2 feet and 1 hand, 1 foot, 1 hand, and a bit more flexibility than perhaps I showed you in the first video. So here we go. So we've done a 2 or 3 minutes warm up. We're going to start with our little arms because you're going to use your arms today. I'll move back or sideways so you can see me. Small circles to start with. Small circles to start with. They get bigger and they get bigger. Try and keep your shoulders down. Try not to do this. Keep your shoulders down. Arms pretty much straight, not totally straight, just a little bend in your elbows. Smaller and get them slightly bigger, slightly bigger, slightly bigger, till we've got the whole circle. And relax. Swing your arms backwards and forwards. We're doing the same with the other way. You're going to go backwards with your arms now. So now my arms are going backwards. Keep your shoulders down, tummy in, chest out, and a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. Swing them around. Faster, faster, faster. Good. Shake your arms off. Shake your arms off. Kick your legs a little bit. We're doing our hula hoops. We did this last week. Okay. Ready? So hula hoops is around in a circle. Try and keep your upper body and your lower body still. Arms in front of you. So you've got room for your hips to move around. Do a few one way. Go back round the other way. There we go. All right. Now I'm not going to spend too long on your warm-up because I want you to focus today on balance and a little bit more flexibility than we've done before. So here are the first balances I want you to practice. The first one is quite easy. I think we did it last week. Just basically bring your leg up. So this is, parents, 90 degrees, knees straight up. Keep it close to your other leg. Just try and balance with your arms by your side. If you find yourself wobbling a bit, maybe take your arms out. Stay there for as long as you feel comfortable. Some of you might be able to stay there for a minute or 2, which is great. Leg gets tired, change over, other leg, same thing. If you start wobbling, put your arms up, like some of you we're going to learn to do one day on our balance beam. Knee up straight, 90 degrees at the knee bend there, so we can keep our legs straight. Good. Bring it back down. So you do that for as long as you want to. I expect you to probably do that for 2 or 3 minutes altogether. When you've done that, we're going to go down to the ground a bit. So I'm going to move my iPad so you can see me better. Step back a bit. We're going down first of all with 2 hands, 1 foot. So slowly down. Try not to fall over on this one. 1 foot up in the air, 2 hands on the floor. Again, that's not too difficult. From that position, change over. Again, this is building a bit of strength as well as balance. Stand up, that's the hard part, and back to here. So do that 5 or 6 times till you get used to that. Then we're going to move on to a harder one, which is 1 foot and 1 hand. The going down part is the hard bit. So I'm going to go down on my left leg. Right leg goes back, 1 hand goes down. If you can, put the other one up in the air, look straight down at the floor. Hold for as long as you comfortably can. Stand up. Do the same with the other leg. Down with your hand first, and leg up. As long as you comfortably can. So that's your first lesson this week. Your second one, same warm-up. Small swings of your arms. Start with a balance on one leg if you want to. Go to your hula hoops. This time I want you to add another flexibility stretch, which is one hand on top of the other, push straight up into the sky, squeeze your elbows against your ears, and reach up for the ceiling. You can come up onto your toes as well. That gives you a bit of extra balance practice, and then come back down. Good. Also in this second workout, this second lesson, you're going to come up onto your toes. We're going to do about 20 of these. Just come up and down onto your toes, not hard, not hard. Remember, you've done your warm-up, your 2 or 3 minutes around your backyard, in your basement, jumping jacks, backwards and forwards, side to side if you don't have the space. 20 or so of those. We're going to do leg swings in this one too. So, your leg is almost straight. Try and swing it up and back as far as you comfortably can. Again, this is also a balancing activity. Good, change legs, do the same thing on the other leg. A balancing activity. If you lose balance like I did, just stop. This is stretching a lot of your hip flexors, the ones that help you lift your knee up and run. Okay, so in our second workout, this is going to be more balance. This time, you're going to start on one foot and one toe. So, sorry, not one toe, your toes. Try and practice standing just on your toes. So not your foot this time, your whole toes, or the balls of your feet. It's quite hard to balance. If you can do it for 5 seconds, you're doing well. Change over, other foot, try and balance just on your toes. Good. Then I want you to practice walking. Make sure there's nothing behind you with your arms out to balance. If you have a line, try to follow it. If not, just try and put your toe behind your heel and balance. I have lots of limes here in the gym. I've got a big red one I'm going to show you in just a second here. So here we go. So I'm putting my toes down first actually on this line, because that's what gymnasts do when they're on the balance beam. So try and put toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, just in front of the line. And I want you to go backwards and forwards until you've done that quite a few times. You can make it difficult for yourself by bringing your arms in closer, taking them up higher. This gives you your balance. This should be the easiest position for you. Okay, moving on. This is still our second lesson. Second lesson. Last balance exercise for you. You're going to be on your back, on the floor, with your legs in the air, pointing up to the ceiling, and your legs are going to go out to the side. You're going to rock slowly from side to side, bring your legs back together, and then down to the floor. So here we are. On my floor, on the back of my back. Hands are here on the floor. Bring your legs up, take them out, and then rock sideways and sideways. The further you take your legs out, the easier it becomes actually. You keep your legs closer there, it becomes harder because you've got to go further down side to side. If you're finding this easy enough, take your hands off the ground. Try the same thing. This is using your core muscles to control the balance of your lower body. Bring your feet back down, rest. Do that as many times as you comfortably can. Okay, lesson 3. This is the same warm-up again. I'm not going to keep reminding you every week. You always need to do some type of aerobic warm-up before you start doing anything. You still need to do some type of stretching or flexibility, and we've done a few now. And I'll show you some more next week. So, your third lesson this week, and I'm doing this for whole pre-K up through second grade this time, because this is basic stuff that I want all of you to learn. So we're all doing the same thing. So pre-K, you're doing the same as second grade is this week. Here we go. Starting with our easy balance, which is just lifting your hips off the ground. Hold it for a second. Try and lift that leg up into the air as high as you can go without dropping your hips down. Keep your hips up. Legs straight up in the air. Good. Bring it back down. Do the same with the other leg. Take it straight up in the air. And bring it back down. Good. This time, on your side, this is not just a balancing exercise, it's a very good core exercise for you too. You can see me here, both legs are in front of me on my side here. I'm resting on my elbow, and I'm going to lift my hips off the ground. When they're off the ground, I feel strong and comfortable. I'm going to take this leg up, and I'm going to move it backwards and forwards slowly. I'm using my core to balance. Bring my foot down, relax my hip. Come up again, leg off the ground, here, here, here. I'm trying to look at the video, but hopefully you can keep your head straight in line with your body. Do that both sides. Do that both sides. If you need a rest in between these exercises, by all means get up, walk around, do a bit of stretching. My favorite stretch is something I'm just about to show you before I do my last balance with you today, and that is knees straight, toes pointing up to the ceiling, keeping my back straight, pushing my chest down to my knees, and I'm using my fingers as a guide to see how far I'm going. And this is something we're going to be working on because this is my favorite stretch. This is something we're going to be working on over the weeks to come. This is stretching something called your hamstrings for the older ones I'm speaking to you. From your knee to your backside, stretching those muscles down the back there. They help you run. So here we go. I'm reaching down and I'm holding this stretch for about 30 seconds. I have no pain, it's not hurting me. If I go any further, it might start to get a little bit painful. So I'm not going to go that far. I'm going to go to the point where I can start feeling it, getting a little bit tight underneath my knee, and I'm going to hold it there and relax. I'm not going to be very tight. I'm just going to relax and hold it for 30 seconds or so. Okay, my last balance I'm going to show you today is again on your back. It's on your back. Quite simple. Sorry, it's not on your back, it's on your backside actually, but it's sitting down. Your back is close to the floor. I'm trying to show you so you can see in the video. My feet are off the ground. My arms are off the ground, and I'm just kicking my legs. That's an easy one to do for most of you. Then I'm going to take them out and do circles. Now this is much more difficult. You need to think about your tummy muscles. Even though you're not actually using too much of them, you're using core muscles. Those are the ones deep down inside your body that you can't see. Here we go. That's all we're doing. Circles. 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 Do them until you get tired. When you get tired, your back starts to hurt, stop. Stop. So I know parents, you're looking at this with your younger ones, which is great, because they'll need a bit of guidance. So there we go for our 3 workouts for this week. Working on balance primarily, a few more basic strength and conditioning exercises, along with a bit of flexibility. My favorite stretch, really important. You can do it in front of the TV, sitting on the floor, playing card games, whatever you're doing in the evening. Great little stretch to do. And I will speak with you next week. Talk to you soon. Bye.